how would you now take this opportunity that we're all given, knowing that what you know now? Like, how would you go about this?
Yeah, I think actually, Ron, I'd say that I would do the same thing regardless of the technology landscape.
So
You
you'd
know,
still be traveling all over the world just to,
be, because going there is really the only way you can know another society properly. And that's because what we see on a screen, I mean, you're in America and I'm in the UK, and it's amazing,
yeah,
right? With this. But, you know, I can't feel the temperature where you are. I can't smell the flowers or taste the food, and I can't
mhm,
listen to the music, and I can't see how quickly traffic moves, or I can't see what's on the billboards, right? So
yeah,
there's a whole bunch of things that go on in society that tell us much more about an individual that are
mhm,
not on a screen. And
yeah, I
because
definitely.
the screen is audio visual only and of a certain size, so we're not getting the benefit of all the senses. And also, what we're not getting is the frisson of excitement, right? When you get off a plane, um, and you don't know the place, and you've
There's a
got
bit
it.
of excitement as well, like because
Yeah,
you feel nervous at first, but then it's a whole new environment. The possibilities are really endless.
exactly. And what happens is you test yourself, and initially it's a little bit ropey, and you feel a bit insecure, but you have some small wins. You find a place to stay, you navigate the first menu, you have a
Yeah.
smile from somebody, right? And then at the end of the first night, second night, you go, actually, I'm more capable than I thought. And
Mhm.
so I'm a real fan, as you can see from my I guess my slightly sort of a life of odyssey really is of kind of continuing to look outside of my own comfort zone. And because it's only that way that we can push our own boundaries and our own limits. And the
Mhm.
joy of going to different cultures is that all of a sudden we have to evaluate how we address everything. Because if you're in
Yeah.
a different culture, all of a sudden you don't necessarily have the same food. You don't necessarily have the same toothpaste. You don't necessarily have the same clothing. You don't,
Yeah.
necessarily sit on a bus the same way. So all of a sudden the brain is having to start to reconfigure, right? And
Mhm.
about neuroplasticity, right? That actually, we, if we're in the same place doing the same thing over time, we atrophy because the brain doesn't need to work, so it stops working.
Yeah.
So you asked, the question is, what would I do differently? The answer is I'd do exactly the same thing as I did, back in, 1995, which is to pack a suitcase, and to go somewhere and be
Yeah.
open to the risk that I might not keep everything that I went with. I might learn some things, I might lose some things,
Yeah.
but on balance, the experience would be enriching.